Vibrations from the Soil.
It's Vanda.
And it's Robert, where you can take your health into your hands and get your life back. I know I said that in traverse, guys, but we're experiencing some technical difficulties. I think due to the weather, our technical issues with the electrical here. So bear with us. We're on a little later, but we're gonna get through this and let you guys understand and get some remedies and some understanding of what we come to do today. Well, today we're going to talk about sodas or GMOs or chemicals that are harmful within the things we consume. And just to jump off of the warm water from last week, because people have been asking me what are some of the alternatives. So for people who haven't possibly tuned into the show or just want to know, we're just going to do a little recap, but just also give them some information on harmful chemicals and what they're doing and how we can better prepare for ourselves healthier liquids or healthier drinks, okay? So vibrations, Robert, to you with love, and the vibrations from Vanda.
And I just want to come in and say, welcome, H-Town, Houston. It is chilly out here, it's rainy out here, so please make sure that you're staying covered up and you're staying warm. We want to thank Boss Up Houston, we want to thank The Naked Truth for everything, and we want to thank you for tuning in.
That's right, that's right. 832-649-8406. You can call in, holler at us, let us know what's on your mind, what you think, some topics or ideas, whatever you have. We have people out here who need consultation, they need a workout partner, they need some encouragement. We're here for all of that, guys. We also this month and throughout the winter, we're seeking blankets, we're seeking socks, we're seeking coats for the homeless. You can bring them by the station here. We're trying to reach out to the people in need because they also need to be bundled up or be protected or understand someone to love. The first well, healing your body is a gesture of love. So you have to put the love in, and sometimes you have to send love out, and that's what we're about. So we can't pass these people up when we drive and not feel for them in their situations, knowing that their health is deteriorating out in those elements. So let's all have a heart of compassion and come together as a city, as a universe, as a whole, to be one and to take care of each other. Like Houston Strong, we want to see everyone strong internally and externally with their actions. Okay, we're about results here. So Father said, let's get into some of these chemicals that are riddling us every day. One offhand, I'm just going to drop on us from genetically modified chemical from a GMO would be caffeine is just bad off the rip, guys, and that's within these drinks that we consume, caramel color, high fructose corn syrup. Your list can go on and on and on, and we know that's all based with sugar, cornstarch, and malts and things that don't agree with our system, that just block our arteries and just wreak havoc on the body, and that's not loving yourself. And that's what we're here for each and every one to grasp hold to, is how to love yourself, So we try to prepare healthy meals, healthy dialogue, healthy communication, so that your body can receive that energy, and get supplied with reinforcement, so that you can make it day to day and day to day, and lift your vibration. Okay. Caffeine. We're going to just give you a little insight on some caffeine. Most people. Most energy drinks contain way more caffeine than average soft drinks or a cup of coffee. Instead of boosting energy, too much caffeine can cause you to crash and feel fatigue. Caffeine is also a culprit of the whole host of health issues, including digestive issues, dizziness, irritability, nausea, dehydration, withdrawals, and headaches. Consuming 2 energy drinks per day is ingesting the same amount of caffeine in 12 cans of regular soft drinks like Coke or Pepsi. Wow. Y'all get that? And that's what we're doing to our bodies. And I have friends and I know people who go to these job sites and they feel that they must consume these energy drinks and they're riddled with the caffeine. And guys, you're wreaking damage to your bodies for the long term. Something
so drinking 2 cans is
equivalent to 12.
So they're drinking 2 cans of energy drinks. So they're drinking 12
Sodas.
sodas a day, and if they're drinking 4 to 5 energy drinks,
Yeah.
wow.
Yes, you're drinking obsessed to
And that,
24
and it,
cans
and
of
it, and
soda
it affects
a day.
your heart as well.
Yeah,
Speeds up the heart.
and that's just not the sugar intake. So, guys, we have to really be careful on what we're doing to ourselves unknowingly, cognitively, just damaging our bodies, you know? And we're all happy with that. And that's, where we come in and say, let's look at every area of your life and diagnose it. And it can all start back to the chemicals you're putting in for the results that you're getting out. And that's what we want to reverse. We want to reverse that, and that's why we come and each and every week on Tuesday 6 p.m. and Thursdays 6 to 7 p.m. to give you guys just insight and encouragement that you can change this, you can make a difference, you can take one step at a time. It's just getting the knowledge and understanding what's happening and understand how your body is to perform and how you're to feed it so it performs even better. Okay, that's what we're here for. We're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back. I know we just got started, but I'm gonna get warmed up and we're gonna dive into it a little more deeper. Okay, Robert and Vanda, Vibrations from the Soil. We'll be right back.
It's Boss Up Houston Network. Tune in to Boss Up Houston. The Naked Truth. Vibrations from the Soil. The Simon's Christian TV Show. The Gidget Lewis Show. Breakfast with Sonia. TN Politics. It's the Naked Truth Network and Boss Up Houston Network. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
All right, guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. List of GMO products, guys, that we probably consume on the regular that we don't understand that are genetically modified, that are being given to you on the regular, but are deteriorating your vibration and deteriorating your organs. Let's say some Dasana flavored flavors of water, Dasana drops. I don't know if I'm saying the water right. The Dasani spark, Dasani. All Diet Cokes, Fantas, Fanta Zero, Five Alive, Frescas, Fruit Water, Fuse, Gold Peak, come on, High C, Mellow Yellow, where'd that go? Northern Nectar, Ginger Ale, Blueberry Swirl, Lemon Ginger, Peach Teas. You got Powerade, Vitamin Water, guys. You got Shug, Sprite Zero, Seagram's Ginger Ale. You got
a lot of sugary drinks.
These are all either sugars are made with GMOs, guys, which are genetically modified organisms. Five Alives, Cokes, Bart's Root Beer. So in essence, what we're saying is we know we consume these products, or people have consumed them in the past, but we have to start understanding that they don't have your best interest at hand for your health. Yes, we love the taste, we love the sugars, we love the addictive flavoring and colors like natural flavor,
Well,
caramel
they're
color.
addicted to that.
Yeah,
Like they're addicted
yes,
to the caffeine, and they know how to.
fuse.
They already know what it's gonna do because they tested on animals. The animals are addicted. So
Right.
that's the thing is you're addicted to these genetically modified organisms.
Right.
Caffeine's very addictive. You know, so many people hear say, "Oh, I can't even detox my body or even do a detox program for 30 days because I can't have caffeine."
Mhm. And guys, we have to realize that we're under attack and we're attacking ourselves. You know, we're attacking ourselves because it tastes good or it has addictive chemicals that we just can't let go of. And we don't want to let go of them until we don't want to until life wants to let go of us. When you don't have a life expectancy here anymore because you have made your own decisions about how you think or what you want to put within, and it does not have anything to do with the owner's manual because you don't own this. But you won't read the fine print or you don't understand how to take care and own it with love and put within put the vital nutrients in that's needed. So we're trying to help with
and
that.
not just that, you guys you should be caring about the pH balance of what you put in your body because your body is a pH balance. So, for instance, our body's what 7 point something pH.
Mhm.
So why would you put a soda in it and a soda is 2 pH? So you just think about those numbers right there. So if I'm at a high alkaline 7, why would I want to put something in me at an acidic 2? Why would I want to put that in my body? So you just got to look at things as they are. Well, a lot of times we like to trick our own selves because we want to trick ourselves because of taste, and we like the taste, and we like that instant gratification, that instant you get from drinking soda.
Right.
But like we said, there's an alternative. This new age food. This is new. There was something before this.
Right.
That was a lot healthier that we were consuming, and they brought us this new age food, and it's time to go back to the old. But a lot of people think the old is new, and the new is old, but I'm telling you it's in reverse. So we just got to wake up and we just got to remember, you know, in the beginning it was good and it's just deteriorated since then, so we need to go back to how it used to be. So I just want people to understand that, like, you're not going to go to the shoe store and know that you wear a size 9 and buy a size 6. It should be the same thing when it comes to your body.
That's right. Because guess what? We're aging ourselves, you know.
Well, we're killing ourselves.
Yes,
And we're shrinking our brains.
I'm just trying to put it lightly from the step process of what happens, you know. First you're aging, you know, your bones and your joints are aching, and from that point on now you can't eliminate these waste out of your body. It's toxifying your blood. You know, it goes on and on and on to type 2 diabetes, obesity, to
and you're not even giving your kids a fighting start because just
that's
look
who
at
we're
when we were
concerned about.
kids. I barely got sick when I was a kid, but look at what I was consuming. Like I said, my grandma and grandpa never let us have sodas. We went through one summer we got sodas and that was for free, and my grandma
Yeah.
said that was it. My
Yeah.
grandma and grandpa never believed in it because at that time they were already letting me know that it was bad for the
Right.
body. Now it's even worse, and you're giving it to this generation even younger. So that's why we have so many problems. We have so much ADHD. We have so much Down syndrome. When I was a kid, Down syndrome was rare.
Right.
Now
Our pa-
every kid has it. It's the norm.
Our parents and our grandparents, they didn't need like safety alarms for children. You know, they didn't need safety proof this and safety proof that. They already came to you and said, hey, don't consume that. No, you're only getting 1 soda a day, or you can't have but this much amount of cookies, or this. But today we want a child-proof and safety lock on every device or electronic that we have around our house, but we're not doing that with the food. We have left that out of the equation. It hurts me when I go shopping and I see these mothers let their children just go get what they want off of these aisles, and then they stack up on it, and then you go to their homes and you see their pantries, and then you're wondering how come their kids are sick and why they're now asking you to help them and donate money or, you know, pray for them, and on and on and on, and we're cognitively deteriorating and killing ourselves.
And then you
little
tell
at a time,
parents or
and
you
our
tell
children.
people, you know, you can do X, Y, and Z. They're like, oh, I can never do that. But then you want to keep doing things that you know are harmful for your kids, and then you want us to pray for their condition when you have the cure in your hand.
That's right.
That doesn't make any sense. That's like,
You have water
you know,
at your
that's
access
like
every day.
that doesn't make any sense. That's like a doctor having a cure, which it does happen, but I'm not going to cure you because that's not fair for me not to let you have what you want. So I'm not going to cure you. So I'm going to continue to give you this poison because it makes you feel good and it's killing you. But then I want people to pray for me.
Yeah.
Like
So-
we got to start
so-
looking at things for what they are.
And so what we've discovered or what we've researched and found is that in most of these drinks is that they're over amounts of good stuff with sugars and with natural colors and caramel flavors, and the way they're processed, this is what's harming you. Caffeine to excessive amounts, you know, taurine and energy drinks to an excessive amount, you know, ginkgo and ginseng and
but it's
mixed
mixing
in there
it,
with
throwing off
sugars.
throwing off the pH balance once
Right.
again. So of course it's gonna create chaos. That's like me planting a tree and giving it water and it with soda every day. It's gonna throw off the pH and the imbalance.
It's gonna die.
It's gonna be, that's like saying, oh, the sun's gonna shine all night and all day. We're just gonna take the moon out the equation. Even that would be too bad. Even that
That's
would be
right.
bad because we can't have the sun 24/7, 7 days a week. Like
No
it has to be a balance.
A balance.
So now here, like I said, you're going and you're putting soda with herbs, and the good and bad is even already fighting before it even enters into your body.
And guess what, guys? So then now you're fighting from something that you've done that you just loved so damn much that you can't stop partaking in, that now you go to your doctor and he gives you the same pill form product or compound produced the same way.
So now
It has a plant derivative from it, and then another agent that's just like what they're doing in your sodas or in your foods. Good and bad, and over processed with bad.
And
So
the
now,
body's shocked.
so now the body's back in stress, back shocked, and back unable to fight for you. Because now why? Your cells are negative. They're dormant. They're so set afire. They don't know what to do. But that's a design. Because in a plant and in a natural organic origin of this plant is nothing but phytonutrients that agree with the same metabolism that you have. These other things are imbalanced. We must have fruits and vegetables and plants and special phytonutrients and chemicals that agree with our body. You know, these chemicals do not agree with our bodies. You know, aspirin and all these things that are riddled with their food, monosodium glutamate,
all of it.
It's all, you know, it's all derived, engineered. It's all been engineered, you know, and that's not what our body is looking for. And so we must understand that everything upon the shelves in the stores consume these chemicals, chemicals to keep them fresh, chemicals to make sure that the shelf life, so that you can consume it, is.
Well, they put it in they put
It's
sugar
ripe.
on it,
It's ripe
and then
for
they
you.
put it in a package and they put it on the shelf.
And
And we're just like, the packages, package is exciting. We just seen a commercial not 5 minutes about it. That was exciting too. And now we're gonna eat this sugar that's masking and tricking you, and these chemicals, cause that excites me too. But in the center is poison. You know
So-
how you lay traps out for rats, and what do? You trick them. You put the good stuff on the outside, the sugar, the peanut butter, whatever you use, and the poisons in the center, just to draw them to it. Same thing. Same thing. We're saying we're big lab rats.
And guys, we gotta be smarter than that. And I know we're smarter than that. And that's the reason why we take our time out every week to come here and to drop a little more knowledge into your hands, so that you can win at life, because that's what it's about. We're all here to live our best life, and everything that's living is what the Creator has provided us to use as His most valuable resource. We are. So let's use our water. let's take advantage of these beautiful plants and let's consume them the way they're supposed to go into our body for
how
nutrients.
They're beautiful.
Yes, they're beautiful.
Oh, how they're beautiful.
You know, plant them, and guys, that's what we're going to show you more down the road, how to go out and do this yourself, get in the soil and produce your own plants so that you can see optimum, you know, life. That's what it's about. Like plant a tree, you know. Why? Because it's going to bring more oxygen into everyone's life, you know, a kitten's life, you know, the snail's life, every living thing around it,
the
you
squirrels,
know.
the soil.
So we're connected and we're all here together to live from, hey, this vital essence of what the Creator gave us, you know, our energy, you know, and that's why we create things. But let's create things that are positive and helpful to the environment as well as to our systems, you know, because that's what's going to keep the legacy going. We must protect Mother Nature and help those who want to destroy her. We must fight together, you know. Yes, we are vegan, and we look deeper into just the food. We know that the animals are under attack just as well as we are, you know. The plants are under attack. Our seeds,
the air,
seeds are under attack. The water, everything is under attack. That is a
everything
resource for you to live. Is under attack.
You think of the sun.
And if you keep taking it for granted by partaking in negative foods for your body, that's what's going to win out. And if you want that to win out so that your children lose in the end, because that's what's going to happen, because you're going to teach them that same terrible habit.
Oh, they're teaching it to them at a faster rate.
Yes.
Than it was taught to them.
Much faster rate. Because
like
our parents didn't need to be warned or have safety locks. They knew, you know, and that's where we are losing it. The parents, we're losing it because we're letting our children partake in what we feel or what they want, or just because, hey, it tastes. I don't understand. It tastes good, but it tastes great, but less filling. That less filling means it's death defying. You know, it has less nutrients. You're going to live less. You're going to live a shorter lifespan. We have to understand that these commercials flip things and want to program you, but flip it inside out and sell it to you, and now you are now hooked. You know? We have to all wisen up, and that's what time it is today, you know? Getting the information, doing your research, and promote chemicals that are safe and beneficial to your system and to the environment, so that we can have a legacy of people who want to see life, you know, at its fullest. Because most Americans are not living at their full potential.
But it's not just that, we have alternatives. So that's the crazy part, is that there's other ways. I can see if you were just taking things away and there was nothing else, there's replacements all around you. You just got to get the knowledge and you got to put in the work. So that's what me and my husband did. We made a video on how to make alkaline soda for all you soda drinkers out there, to let you know that there's an alternative, there's a better way, and this alkaline soda tastes just like soda, and it's healing the body.
That's right. That's right.
And it's only for 3-4 ingredients.
Yeah, 3 or 4 ingredients. All right. Well, check a look, guys. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Robert from Vibrations from the Soil. You can reach me at my Arbonne page, robertearls.arbonne.com, as well as earlsrob@gmail.com for any information or news. Rob Herbs on Instagram. But check us out, guys, because we're here to alert you on how to take your health back into your own hands. Okay, I got a lot of feedback about water yesterday, and people want alternatives. Totally understand, because the little ones, hey, they're on this journey as well, and we should be handing down that legacy. So we've devised, or we know of, how to make organic or alkaline soda or healthy soda, a different version. Okay, so behind me we can get to it, and I'll show you the recipe and the ingredients, and then show you some of the good and the bads of our soda and the soda on the market. Okay, so making healthy soda, guys, here we go. We're going to need the ingredients of carbonated mineral water, okay, agave, and key limes, okay? That's what we're gonna need. That's what you want when you're going out or you're trying to put together recipes. You want simple 3 or 4, 6, no more than 5 ingredients within, you know, what you're gonna try to consume or create, okay? So most sodas on the market, this is what's within them, okay? So sodas on the market, you got carbonated water, okay? You got high fructose corn syrup, no good. Okay, you got caramel color, totally no good. We got caffeine, watch out women, that's no good. Okay, then we have phosphoric acid, no good. And we have natural color. Come on, natural color? We need to look into that and see what really is natural color, guys. Okay, all of these are what? Sourced from GMO. Do you understand? Sourced from GMO. Genetically engineered. So it's genetically modified organs are chemicals that they're putting together. GMO, genetically engineered chemicals that they're putting within your fructose syrup or your corn, your natural color. All of these are chemicals that have been engineered, guys. So that's no good for the body. Does not recognize it. Does harm. Okay, what type of harm does it do? Okay, it tooth decay. Who wants tooth decay for their child? You know, we don't want tooth decay for our daughter. Just look at it. We already cured of eczema, so now why would we want tooth decay? Okay, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, metabolic disorders, you know, functioning of your systems, hey, all out of whack, okay? No, we don't need that. Obesity, that's one of the leading causes. Come on, guys. Sodas, okay? So we have to start thinking within and expressing it on the outwardly. So that's what's happening. You know, consuming these chemicals, they change your brain function and your autoimmune system. Okay. So here's how we're going to make our alkaline soda today, guys. We're going to follow the recipe behind me. We have our key limes. We have our carbonated mineral water. We also have some agave, and then we've already cut our key limes and we have a pitcher to put it in. So our first recipe ingredient says 4 to 6 key limes. So I have those cut up. What I'm gonna do is show you. We're gonna just squeeze them into here. We can squeeze them into our 1 cup measurement glass container, or I could just go ahead and squeeze them into the pitcher. It's whatever you like. We'll just squeeze them in here, because you will get seeds in there, guys, and you got to get the seeds out. Essential if you want the seeds. Me, I eat the seeds. You know, I partake in eating the seeds. I know that the seeds in the Bible, it says to eat the seeds. I think the Bible gives us a great roadmap to know how to feed ourselves and to heal ourselves. Like it says, fruits are our meat, and eat the herbs for the healing of the nations. And it also says back in Revelations about eating the leaves, have phytonutrients. Most of them have a lot of vitamin C that we're not getting or naturally. So consume the leaves as well as the seeds. They hold information and knowledge. Just as they go back into the soil, what do? They go ahead and bring forth life. So understand that's what it's about. You know, we want you to have life, you know, live life, you know, to the fullest. And you get that by partaking in alkaline or non-acidic fruits and vegetables, guys. And because you're a battery, you're a living cell, and that's what this is doing right here. As I'm squeezing out these alkaline key limes, it improves your digestive system, it fights infections, it helps with weight loss, it lowers your blood sugar, reduces your heart disease. So right now, guys, I'm gonna pour this into the pitcher, okay? That's our key lime juice. And that's about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's about 5 key limes right there, okay? And this here we have 1 liter, a liter and a half of carbonated mineral water. We'll open that. We'll slow it down, guys. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna pour this into here. Here we go. And next we know we'll have the agave. And then we can stir it up, see where we're at.
Also, for parents, key lime, could be like a tasting of Sprite. Actually, this is equivalent to Sprite if you drink Sprite on the market. But you can infuse it with blueberries. You can infuse it with strawberries. You can infuse it with any kind of berry or flavor that you like. So straight right here, we're just going to begin to add a cup or a cup and a half of agave. And we'll begin to stir it up, guys. And we've created some soda that your children will love. Has the same effect of filling, and it's a healthier version. So that's what we've done on our journey to help our children to transition, is that we found other alternative products or sources of healthy nutrients so that they can still, enjoy the taste. And that's what it's about when you have your children. You want to create the same effect that they've been accustomed to or that you've already programmed them to have. So transitioning them, you must replace it with something that is still upon their palate, that they can receive and understand, but it's much healthier, okay? So there we go. Now I'm gonna stir that up, guys. Simple. If you want, you can take your strawberries, some blueberries, blackberries, peaches, and you can blend them up into a juice or whatever, or juice them, and you just pour that in there, and now you have that flavor soda. I'm gonna take a quick sip. See what it's tasting like, because you add to your liking. If you want it a little more tartar, you can add another key lime or half a key lime, or you can add more agave to make it a little more sweeter. Guys, perfect as is. Let's see what Summer says. This is my daughter Summer, guys. She was cured of eczema. They said we would never get rid of it, but we know that we're at war with chemicals, so we began to take all chemicals out of her diet. And once we took at least about 10 chemicals out of her diet, when we got to the last one, omitting them all, and began to have her eat more fortified nutrients, phytonutrients, it went away, guys. Excellent. She's riddled. So, Summer, what do you think?
It tastes really, really good.
Tastes really, really good. And that's what you want to hear from your children. And that's why I have become a chef and the spokesman for my family, as well as their health and their wellness, because I stay in the kitchen to make sure that I can create things that my children get optimum nutrients from, so that we won't be visiting doctors, okay? So that's what we're trying to do here, guys, is to leave a real legacy with our children, to keep their vibrations up and to have them to understand how vital it is to eat healthy, so that what they put within, they see on the outside, within their thinking, their speech, within their activity. So we want you to take your life back into your hands, and your health back into your hands, and Vibration from the Soil. Tune into our podcast, Vibrations from the Soil, and check us out and understand how you can win in life, okay, by living on cells, okay, because your cells are the only thing that love you. Alkaline soda.
All right, guys, and there you have it. And there you have it. Just giving you a simple, idea of what you could create, on your own, Celia.
Put the extra bottle in there.
Okay, and guys, on that there, I did put a little more agave than expected. I usually use 2 1.5 liters to a cup and a cup and a half agave. So I was a liter short, and I kind of messed up on my recipe there. To your liking is basically what it is. How much sugar how much sweetener do you want, or how much tartness do you want? And basically, you just get a spoon and see yourself
And
how you
taste.
like. Yeah, taste it yourself and see what you like. But these are quick alternatives, guys, that will bring your way, so you can see that you can do it, and that you can throw the other stuff out of the way, so that you won't be running to the doctor, or your child won't have a runny nose, or he won't be sitting there saying, hey, I'm vomiting, I'm sick, and it's all due to chemicals that he's been getting through fruit juices and citrus punches and lemonades and things like that, and sodas that are being processed by these companies that don't have your interest, that don't have your interest, your best interest in your hand, and what's in your hand is the money they want, so we have to stop feeding these giants who are walking on us, are walking over us every day. We can stand together and we can combat this, guys. And it's just simply taking our health back in our own hands, making wiser decisions, forming healthier habits, and train our children up in the way that they should be victors and not victims, you know. So you're a victim when you go to the hospital because now you're giving another chemical that is going to play tricks with your body. So we must, you know, rise above that, you know, and get in tune with who we are, why we want to be who we are, and understand why we have to take take a stand on you know, our health. And so many people, I'll do it later or around the new year, but again, we're in winter and we're coming to the end of the year, and a bunch of festive events,
festivities, and dinners, and
yes,
dinner
yes.
parties, and celebrations,
and we lose track, or we just say, oh, I can do what I want, or I can have fun this time of year. But also, discipline is the key, and the more you discipline yourselves, is the more you're going to strengthen your cells inside to resist, but to want what's good instead of what's bad. So help yourself out by preparing your mind, you know, to win this battle as well. Okay, soda, no good. Warm water is your friend. Okay.
And if you want soda, alkaline soda, like we said, I will definitely put the recipe in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe.
That's right. And thank you for tuning in to Vibrations from the Soil.
And sorry about starting late. We had technical difficulties. So, like we said,
we'll be right back. We ain't finished yet. Okay, guys, we are back. We thought we were getting up out of here because we started a little late, but we are a little unadjusted to our format today, but it's not going to stop us from still giving you the information that you deserve, because we all deserve more out of this life we're living. And how do we get that? We get that by, hey, controlling ourselves, and that's what eating on a cellular level does. It helps us to control our minds. It helps us to control our reactions and our results and our speech, and that's what we're trying to help here, because the world is in chaos, and it's because of the sugars, it's because of the GMOs, it's because of everything being engineered that's working against your body, you know. So we have to just level up to understanding that we're made greater than these products that we're consuming. And once you put yourself on that higher level, and you're going to reach and see your higher self, instead of you been dogged and living into this lower vibration of yourself, then you will see a difference when everything that you're achieving, that you begin to achieve, you'll see a difference in it. And that's what we're asking for people to want to take that challenge with themselves and want to walk forward, you know, not backwards, but walk forward and understand that, hey, every day you wake up, you have an opportunity to embrace what you didn't know before and apply it and to see results. And that's what we did, to take our health back into our hand and to see that, hey, we can overcome anything that they threw at us when we knew that, hey, we serve a creator that already has put it here, and things are in a circle, have happened before. There's nothing new upon the plane. We can reverse it too. So we know that we can rewind it, you know, we can reboot. And that's what it's about with detoxing, is rebooting, getting warm water into your diet and drinking it how we explain to drink warm water, is rebooting your system and giving yourself a great chance at life to fight for a higher elevation. You know, we're tired of being in the same place year after year after year, saying the same things year after year after year, failing at the same resolutions year after year after year.
Groundhog's Day. You're in
And
your own very own
it's
Groundhog's Day.
insane. Now you sound insane, maybe sick, and
What's
that's
insanity?
it's repeating the same thing over and over again. And
But expecting different results. That's what makes you insane.
And that's where we are as a culture, guys. That's where we are with our health as a culture, because we're not taking it to that extreme. We're not being forthright with ourselves. We're not being honest to ourselves. We're not being honest to them, because we're not fighting alongside with them in this war. We just want to pretend we want to, and then we go to the doctors and we begin to lose the battle, because now we're not ourselves, because we're consuming more harsh chemicals that are taking us away from
Further and further and further away from the truth.
from the balance our bodies are looking for. You know, from the nutrients that they're screaming for. You know, they operate on a chemical balance. Like we said, it's a whole universe in here going on that only operates on chemicals. But these are phytonutrients. These are stimulants that are through plants and vegetables. And if you don't want to consume these, well, you're at a loss. You're gonna lose this war. You know, every day you fight to live another day. You know, what the Coke commercial used to say, have a Coke and a smile. You know, Coke, come on, guys. Like I said, they love to flip you inside out. A Coke and a smile. I don't see a lot of people smiling when they're in the hospital and they have type 2 diabetes, when they're obese.
And I see a lot of people that has type 2 diabetes still drinking soda.
You know, by the bundle loads. And it's not just that, it's in all food products. I mean, it's not just, you know, I mean, it's the chemicals, it's hundreds and thousands of them. And we must get mindful of what they do to the system, you know. And we're going to take you through tons of them over the course of our journey here, elaborate on how to take your health back in your hand, because it's a war going on, guys. And what side are you on? What side are you on? You know, the victim or the victor, you know? And like I said, big business is not looking at you in a whole, it's only looking at your dollar. But the plants, the oxygen, the water, the air,
The sun.
they only think about you. They're only in order and work together for your good, for you. And you choose not to even partake in them. You know, I'm going to ask people would they come out with me on some special missions, and these missions are, hey, to go feed others. These missions are to go plant gardens. These missions are to give back to mama, to this nature, to the essence of the vibration of the source of life, so that we can continue to give life. And when you give life, you get rewarded. And that's where we must stand, guys, together and giving life. Our companies must give life, not death. Have a Coke and a frown, not a smile. You know, we have to get in tune and see that we're being programmed to consume these products that do not have our best interests. You know?
We also have other alternatives. That was just one.
Right.
Alkaline soda, like you said, you can make it flavor with blueberries or orange soda. You
Yeah.
squeeze the orange juice
Right.
and turn
Apple
it into orange
cider,
soda,
apple soda, apple, yes.
Yeah, there's all, you know, that was just to give you guys a
Quick fix.
You know, just to let you guys know that it, you know, there
You
are
can do that.
easy alternatives.
There's
out
no
there.
one who can't do that.
3 ingredients, guys.
You
3
can do that.
ingredients. And there's
know?
other things, you know, I always have my fizz sticks with me. We'll talk more about those.
Right.
You also can have infused waters. I know a lot of people like to buy those in stores, but they're not the best because they infuse it with artificial flavors,
Right.
not real fruit, artificial flavors, which makes it the water deadly then. So
But
you can
simple
infuse your own water by
herbal
cutting up and putting the
teas.
fruits in there
Put your
yourself.
children on some herbal teas. They have a bunch of good herbal teas out there. Do your research on some red clover. Do your research on some burdock root. Do your research on some sarsaparilla. Do your research on herbal teas that are engineered for, giving you phytonutrients into your system. Feed your children that, and remember, warm. So how it's 2, 3, 4-fold. Instead of giving them harsh chemicals that are deteriorating and dropping their vibration down so they can get sick or be harmed with disease.
And we also sell these teas, so after you do some research, come on back. We also have these teas, and like I
Herbs.
said, you can make them sweet tea, you can make it warm tea, you can make it room temperature. You know how your grandma used to make tea and sit outside in the sun?
Yes.
So
yes.
you've got to go back to all of these old ways or methods that our grandparents and parents used to use.
Yes.
So there are ways out there. It's just that you guys are used to getting in your car and going to the store and buying it without question, and we
That's
got to
right.
stop doing that.
That's right. And when we just remember when we didn't have cars, guys, so where were we going?
I personally like making my own everything. If I can at home, we don't eat out half as much as we do because
That's right.
it's always a question, or even when we go to these healthy places, they have the hidden chemicals or we have the side effects. And we like to have fun like everybody else and go out and do the social thing, but it doesn't consume us like it used to.
Right, because a lot of
We
stuff
have a balance.
is just like, we're speaking on chemicals within liquids and sodas, but now we have oils, chemical oils that's being put within our foods that we fry.
Being put within the drink, they said vegetable oil was being put in Gatorade.
And Gatorade, you know what I'm saying?
Gatorade.
So we have these toxic oils that we have to deal with within our foods as well, and chemicals within our cereals and within our bread products, and so we have to be very alert, because we're just handing this down to our children with no questions asked, and that's what bothers me. We think that all the candy on the market is amazing. I can't live without my chocolate. But you just have to.
Then they make their own candy.
Yeah, you just have to find a way of making it right. It's not being made right. So that's what we're telling you guys.
It can't be made right to have to be on the shelf for 2 to 3 weeks. No food. No, that's not how we ate our food back then.
No.
It was fresh. We harvest and we eat it for this amount of time. Then we harvest some more and we eat it for this. I mean, there were some dry grains that they were able to save, but a lot of times we did everything then and we ate it and it lasted for a short span of time. So now you gotta think everything has to be on the shelf and it has to be in there up to 2 to 3 weeks. So what can they do? They have to put chemicals and preservatives in there for it to last, because that stuff wouldn't last on the shelf. It wouldn't last on the shelf, and they're now figuring out a way to do it to the fruit, because why? Fruit dies. Fruit doesn't die, but fruit, what's the word?
Loses its cellular activity.
Well, it dies and then
it ferments,
then it goes
rots.
ferments, rots, and then goes back into the ground and then comes alive again.
Right.
And that's basically what fruit does. So fruits, they're spraying stuff on fruit and coloring fruit and shooting fruit up with it. Why? Because they want it to last long in the stores for a week or two. When this is not even the way.
They're waxing
This is not even the way that nature operates.
Exactly.
And that's
the
why
part.
we have the grocery stores.
That's right.
And that's why the chemicals are there, because this food's got to last. I always tell my kids when they say, "Mom, it's so freezing in the store," I said, "Yeah, it has to be cold." Why? Because if not, all the food would start crawling off the shelves. I tell them that joke all the time.
Right.
So we just got to be mindful of these things and just remember how it was. Your parents did not do things that way, and there was a reason why.
Or your parents' they didn't have they don't have the resources we have or the technology, and we really think and esteem where we've come from, but where we come from, we're leaving such vital elements to our lifestyles or our livelihood behind.
I mean,
And,
I would-
and
I
if we
would-
don't bring them up to date, or we go back and research them and understand how to continue that very essence and keep it alive, we're gonna destroy ourselves.
Well, that's what we're gonna do, and
Well,
that's
that's
why
what
all
we're
these
doing.
movies are about self-destruction, but that's what I'm saying, just because technology, when we created all this stuff, doesn't mean we have to get stupid with it. Now I
That's
wanna
right.
take the seeds out the fruit. Whose idea was that? I wanna take the seeds out the fruit. Why would you wanna take the seeds out the fruit? Now when I put my fruit, now when I eat my fruit, I can't even plant it. It's not reproducing, it's doing nothing, so it's dead before you give it to me.
That's
Because
right.
the seed is what makes it alive, correct? Because what goes back into the ground and reproduces the seed, right? So we just gotta think about these things. You know, people think it's so cool to have seedless fruit. I don't think it's cool.
And they purchase it like crazy. And I'm looking at like, what? But I also know that tons of it is being thrown away. And I just look at a
And
wasteful.
we can't even feed it to the homeless.
And I just look at the waste, the waste, the waste, the waste. You know, it's like the food wastes away because they're processing it terribly. We waste away with it because those who consume it out of control.
Yeah,
We
we're
have
out
to
of control.
balance this off. We have to balance this out, you know, and that's what gets my heart to hurting, you know. The worst food is the cheapest, and the best food is the most expensive.
And then all you can eat at fast rates. I mean, it's all you can eat, and we're glutting so much, like you said, that we're throwing it away.
And
We
when
have
my-
that option.
And when my grandparents and their grandparents were living, it was yes, different times, but it was done the right way, so it was very affordable, and you were getting phytonutrients straight into the bloodstream, giving you optimum health. But now we have to pay an arm and a leg because people want to make you a consumer for their greed, you know, and it's heart wrenching, you know, to see how things have turned, and yet we can control it. We the people can control this, you know, by getting out there in the soil, by loving each other more. You know, what it used to be like sharecroppers. You know, people. We need to share in the activity of producing healthy food. We need to share in the activity of creating healthy environments with food and drinks and energy for people to continue doing this, so that they can
so
leave
that
this.
we can have it with each other.
Yes, and with our children, because that if we don't teach them and they continue in this mayhem, well, we know it's destruction ahead, and everyone's
Oh,
like,
it's the end.
let's make America great again.
It's
you know,
the end.
that's how we make America great again. It's not jumping out of the industrial age into the new techno age without bringing the elements of the past with us that are essential. You know, it's essential that we partake in natural, organic, living, live
It's essential
products
that we drink water.
from the earth. You know,
It's
products from
essential
the
that we
earth.
drink water. It's essential that we appreciate the sun.
Yeah.
All of that, the trees, everything. Breathe. Half of us is not even breathing.
You know,
Half of
so
us don't even know how to breathe right.
we have to put our minds on elevating them. You know, being products of the environment. You know, protect it, love it. Show it how much you love it, you know, by what you put in it, from it, you know, not take from it and then produce something harmful for the masses. This is where we're losing touch, and that's why all the forgotten real knowledge is left back where it was, and no one wants to, reboot, you know. Go back and let's start again, and let's go back to the soil, and let's produce what we need that's helpful, harmless unto our children for durations or years to come.
That's
We
why
have
our show's called Vibrations from the Soil.
we have to go back to it
You have to go back to the soil with your hands and your feet.
so we can continue to produce life. You are the seed of life, housing the Creator, and you must feed your body with the resources He provided. You know, we need oxygen. Feed your body ample oxygen. Exercise. You must get good water. Hey, get you some great water with a pH above 7. Hey, warm it up so that it can go in and warm up the bloodstream. Get into your digestive tract. You know, your respiratory system. Okay, and we also need the good vital plants. You know, that have nothing but all the vitamins and nutrients that we need. You are the plant, the seed. Remember. So let's get up out of here today and tune in with us on Tuesday and 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Vibrations from the Soil. We want to thank you guys for bearing with us through our technical difficulties, but we're always going to try to bring you what's good, what's ripe, and what's pure, what's safe, and what's beneficial. All right?
And stay warm,
Stay
Houston.
warm. Love you guys.